Check out Trump's response after hearing about Israel's breaking of the ceasefire. Check this out.
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I'd never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the doing. Do you understand that?
This is the same guy who said that he would give Iran 2 weeks to negotiate and bomb them 2 days later. Trump is unhinged, man. But rightfully so. A lot of Democrats are starting to call for his impeachment. Mind you, he was impeached twice during his first term. So just because he gets impeached doesn't necessarily mean that he's getting removed from power. But credit where credit is due. Check out this video of a Democratic representative speaking some facts. Check this out.
From Pennsylvania, Chris DeLuzio. He's an Iraq war veteran and a member of the Armed Services Committee. And Congressman, you were one of those co-sponsors to that bipartisan war powers resolution, saying it is the responsibility of Congress to authorize declaring war. The president did not get authorization before launching these strikes on Iran. What is your reaction to where we stand right now?
Congress didn't authorize this. No president of any party has the ability on their own to start a war. Sending American aircraft over another country, dropping bombs, that's risking starting a war, and certainly the Congress has a role to play. I hope more of my Republican colleagues join us to stand up for the American people. I'm a veteran of the war in Iraq. I remember what that debate was. At least there was a debate. I think they got it wrong then. We've had no chance to have a debate, to present evidence to the American people, to see the case the administration is making for why they should authorize these strikes. Congress has that power. Congress alone has that power.
I mean, this is your second term in Congress, but we've seen for decades, multiple administrations, presidents from both parties skirt going to Congress before launching some kind of military action. Is this any different?
I think it's the same problem we're seeing now happen with this president we've seen across generations.
Why do you think that is, that presidents don't feel like they need to come to Congress?
I think it's been too easy. They've been relying on an authorization going back to 2001 against al-Qaeda to launch strikes for years, well beyond what Congress had intended. The American people should have more of a say in this. And look, we are going to pay for the cost of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan for as long as my generation of veterans is alive. We owe it to the American people to make these decisions wisely, to argue in full public view about the merits of starting a war. None of that has happened. This president decided on his own, and it is Congress's responsibility to decide whether we send Americans to war.
What would happen if Iran bombed U.S. nuclear facilities here in the U.S. or even abroad? Yes, Iran is at war with the United States. This was a war crime, just like it was when we went into Iraq without any congressional approval. And presidents have been getting away with this for a long time. I'm glad someone's being called out for it. And they're going to say, oh, well, other people have did it. You're just singling out Trump. I don't care. Single them out. Single out Trump and every president after Trump who does this. This is an opportunity for the American people to set an example. We need to make an example out of Trump and say Trump and every president moving forward needs congressional approval before they take us into these foreign wars. This is an opportunity. Trump needs to be impeached. Yes, he needs to be impeached. He needs to be removed as well, but at the very least, he needs to be impeached. And we need a constitutional amendment ensuring that these wars, these forever wars that are lasting 20 years, can't continue, or we can't start these new wars frivolously without congressional approval. All right, guys, if you got any value from watching, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Check out this bonus footage. You know I always got some bonus footage if you stick around to the end of the video. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
It was a colossal mistake. We thought he'd come to negotiate cooperation, but all he wanted was to make deals without putting up a single cent of capital. And to think I gifted him $400 million, Boeing 747 to 8 jet. We welcomed him with the grandest of courtesies, yet even the camels of the desert have more dignity than this man. He talks of historic partnerships with his lips, but his greedy eyes are fixed solely on our natural gas reserves and bank accounts. The first thing he did was demand we invest in his tacky hotel sand. Then he had the audacity to hint that refusing would mean reconsidering the US military bases. By God, since when is this diplomacy? He's worse than a bizarre vendor haggling over prices. At least they offer goods in exchange. Now I see his so-called art of the deal is just sleight of hand to take what he wants for nothing. May Allah guide the American people to elect someone who at least knows the meaning of shame next time.
I done ran up all these bands up in hand and made like 5 bands a day. I was broke, came up with a plan, now I'm the man, there ain't no stopping me. I done ran up all these bands up in hand and made like 5 bands a day. I was broke, came up with a plan, now I'm the man, there ain't no stopping me. It ain't no stopping me. Got bands, I'ma run it up, it ain't no stopping me. I was broke, came up with a plan, now I'm the man, it ain't no stopping me. Got